We have always said it is about the children. It's not just about me. Never just made it about me. I'm just the loudest one.
Those individuals allegedly included high-ranking supervisors in the business, personal assistants, security staff, and household staff.
Oprah Winfrey, a name synonymous with authority, trust, and compassion. For decades, she reigned as America's beloved talk show host, capable of making audiences laugh, cry, and reflect within an hour. Her endorsements could empty store shelves, and her book club could catapult unknown authors to instant fame. But what happens when the woman, celebrated as a beacon of light and positivity, finds herself engulfed in controversy? What happens when the queen of media suddenly disappears, avoiding questions that even the FBI seems eager to uncover?
Now, to the latest on the arrest of Sean Diddy Combs. This one has so many people talking. The disgraced music mogul facing federal racketeering, conspiracy, and trafficking charges. Both the prosecution and defense teams are set to discuss the next phase of action following the indictment as investigators work to determine potential co-conspirators. But how exactly did we get here?
It feels like a plot ripped straight from a Hollywood thriller, but this is real and everyone's talking about it. Oprah Winfrey, the iconic figure who once handed out cars on live TV, has vanished without a trace. Her abrupt disappearance has set off a storm of speculation and rumors. The same Oprah who inspired millions to live their best lives is now living hers far from the reach of law enforcement. But the burning question remains: why? What could drive someone of her stature to flee? What secrets might lie hidden behind her meticulously crafted public image?
So I'm telling you right now, a lot of people don't want to get it. There's enough of you to do something, anything. And there's so many of you able to get loud.
The timing of Oprah Winfrey's sudden disappearance is raising eyebrows, especially as it coincides with the arrest of Sean Diddy Combs, whose legal troubles have rocked the entertainment world. What's shocking is how Oprah's name keeps surfacing in connection with Diddy's alleged crimes, sparking serious accusations that go far beyond typical celebrity gossip. Federal agents have charged Diddy with jaw-dropping offenses, and as the news broke, Oprah quietly vanished, reportedly leaving the United States. Insiders claim the FBI is keen to speak with her, with rumors swirling that she might be implicated in the same illegal activities tied to Diddy. While the details remain murky, Oprah's disappearance has only deepened the mystery, leaving many questioning what secrets may lie behind her carefully curated public image.
I have thought Diddy would be throwing all his celebrity mates under the bus.
I mean, that could potentially be coming when it's time for court and when it's time for him to testify. But what we're seeing right now is how important public relations really are to Sean Combs. He's desperately trying to control the narrative behind bars, allowing his attorneys to do documentaries.
Behind the scenes, the situation surrounding Oprah Winfrey's sudden disappearance has raised more questions than answers. Legal experts note that it's highly unusual for someone of her stature to vanish without making an official statement. Typically, a celebrity of her caliber facing such allegations would have a team of publicists working tirelessly to control the narrative. But in this case, there's only silence. And that silence is deafening. Some sources suggest her lawyers are scrambling behind the scenes to downplay the situation. But the fact that Oprah reportedly left the country signals a more calculated move. This isn't the behavior of someone with nothing to hide. It's the action of someone trying to stay ahead of the game. The connection between Diddy's arrest and Oprah's retreat has only intensified speculation. The charges against Diddy are monumental, with leaked evidence implicating not just him, but other high-profile figures in the entertainment world. It's a domino effect. One person falls, and the secrets of others begin to emerge. And in Oprah's case, those secrets might be far more extensive than anyone ever imagined.
Today, just to tell the truth, so hopefully we can get down to the bottom of this. I'm 100%, the charges against me are 100% false, and hopefully due to time, we'll start to see that.
Let's not forget that Diddy has been a fixture in the public eye for decades. known for his extravagant lifestyle, star-studded parties, and connections to Hollywood's elite. But what if those connections went beyond music deals and red carpet appearances? What if there's a much darker side to Diddy's world, one that potentially involves figures like Oprah? Could his arrest have triggered a chain reaction, exposing secrets and sending everyone in his inner circle scrambling to cover their tracks?
But if there is one, can you read between the lines? There's a call from the prisons. Someone thinks that they have a green light on us that they don't even know what they're talking about.
If that sounds far-fetched, think again. Diddy's arrest wasn't a sudden development. It's been months in the making, with whispers of incriminating videos and insider testimonies that could implicate more than just him. And guess whose name keeps surfacing? Oprah. Rumors suggest that some evidence tied to Diddy's case includes tapes Oprah allegedly purchased for an astronomical sum, reportedly millions of dollars. But here's the twist. No one knows why she would buy them or what's on them. The speculation is running wild, and as more details emerge, the questions only multiply, fueling the mystery surrounding her involvement.
Have y'all spoke after this?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't have anything against Oprah.
You just called up.
I'm gonna tell you why.
You named your dog Oprah, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
The celebrity angle adds another layer to the controversy, with figures like 50 Cent fanning the flames. Known for his long-standing feud with Diddy, 50 has now turned his attention to Oprah, hinting at deeper secrets behind the scenes. He even joked about paying top dollar to see the rumored tapes allegedly tied to Diddy's case, leaving many wondering what he knows and why he's so certain Oprah is involved. He's not alone in stirring speculation. Other celebrities, like Dave, have alluded to Hollywood's darker side, where powerful figures use their influence to escape accountability. While Dave hasn't directly accused Oprah, his comments about untouchable elites in the entertainment world have sparked further questions. The fact that Oprah's name keeps coming up in these conversations has only heightened public curiosity and suspicion.
You have a couple of pets as well, a dog and a cat with interesting names, to say the least.
Yeah. That's Oprah.
That's Oprah. Okay.
Then there's Rose McGowan, who has built a reputation for calling out Hollywood's hypocrisy and hasn't held back when it comes to Oprah. Rose has been vocal in accusing Oprah of being disingenuous, pointing to her past associations with figures like Harvey Weinstein and Russell Simmons, both accused of deeply troubling behavior. According to Rose, Oprah supports a power structure that benefits her, regardless of who gets hurt in the process. It's a scathing critique, but coming from someone like Rose, known for her fearless candor, it carries weight. This adds to a growing narrative that challenges the image of Oprah many have cherished for decades. The Oprah we know from TV is a kind, generous figure who gives away cars and inspires people to live their best lives. But the Oprah emerging from these rumors seems to be someone adept at hiding her true self behind a polished public image. With more voices stepping forward to share stories that don't align with the Oprah we thought we knew, it's no wonder the world is paying close attention.
Hey, real quickly, all that commissary stuff, he's not getting any of that because people in the shoe have an abbreviated list. So he's out of luck. No stake for him. Yeah, he is on watch. This guy thought he would have went home. All of a sudden, he didn't get bond. Remember, the first night that he was there.
So where do we stand now? It feels like we're on the brink of something major, and the pieces of the puzzle are slowly falling into place, but there's still so much we don't know. What we do know is that Oprah's sudden disappearance, coupled with the timing of Diddy's arrest, has sparked a firestorm of speculation. As more details come to light, it's becoming increasingly difficult to dismiss the possibility that Oprah may be involved in something far more significant than anyone could have anticipated.
It's business. And the bullies are so used to being bullies, they don't understand when somebody bite back.
Right.
And not bark back, they bite back.
The next few weeks will be pivotal. Will Oprah reemerge to set the record straight, or will she continue to stay out of sight, letting the rumors swirl and intensify? One thing is certain, the story is far from over. As more information surfaces, we may discover that the Oprah we thought we knew isn't the Oprah who truly exists.
In her civil lawsuit, Cassie said that she was the victim of abuse, assault, and at the hands of Diddy.
Let's not forget, Oprah isn't the only one facing scrutiny in recent months. The entertainment industry as a whole is undergoing a reckoning, with more high-profile figures being called out for their actions. From Diddy to Harvey Weinstein to Russell Simmons, it seems no one is safe from the spotlight anymore. As this scandal unfolds, it's impossible to predict who else might be caught in its wake. With Oprah's mysterious disappearance raising questions, it's hard to ignore the elephant in the room, Diddy's escalating legal troubles. His arrest didn't just shake Hollywood, it shattered the entire entertainment industry, revealing cracks that were always there. As more details emerge, it's becoming clear that this isn't just about one man's fall from grace. It's the tip of an iceberg that's been submerged for years, and now that it's starting to melt, it's bringing forth scandals, secrets, and a long list of people desperate to keep their names out of the headlines.
This is very significant, just from who we associate Diddy being and everything we've seen him do over the decades. Like you said, this is quite the downfall to go from, we saw the mansions back in March that were raided by the feds. So to go from living in those mansions to being in a jail cell right now, I think it really underscores the magnitude of what he's facing and the weight of the federal government.
Let's break it down. Diddy, a staple in the music world for decades, is now facing serious accusations that could land him in court for a long time. His arrest has created a ripple effect, pulling other major names into the mix. Remember, Diddy wasn't just a music mogul. He was a power player with connections across Hollywood, rubbing elbows with A-listers, athletes, and even political figures. His legendary parties and undeniable influence once made him untouchable, but now that same influence is starting to look like a liability. As the shady behavior he's linked to comes to light, people are beginning to question who else might be involved.
A U.S. judge has ruled that the rapper and producer Sean Diddy Combs will stand trial on federal trafficking and racketeering charges in May. He'll be held in prison until then. Sean Combs has pleaded not guilty to charges that he used his business empire to transport women and male workers across state lines to take part in recorded performances. If convicted, he could face a life sentence.
The real kicker here isn't just what Diddy did. It's about who was in the room while it happened. Reportedly, Diddy's inner circle wasn't just filled with industry execs and up-and-coming artists. It's also included some very high-profile guests, celebrities, athletes, even politicians. Names you wouldn't expect to be caught up in something like this. Now, as some of these individuals scrambled to distance themselves from Diddy, it's clear they're worried about what might come to light next.
Understand that he has a shrink coming by his cell to see him several times a day. And now there's talk about putting him in, it's like a bubble. It's like a cell that has like a plexiglass wall in it where they have inmates watching you. That's actually their job, to keep an eye on the inmates that are on watch.
Which brings us back to Oprah. Diddy's arrest has opened the floodgates, and suddenly her name is being whispered alongside some of the most serious accusations in recent memory. But how did Oprah get pulled into this mess? To answer that, we need to take a step back and examine Diddy's circle of influence. It's far broader than just the music industry. For years, Diddy was known for hosting some of the most exclusive parties in Hollywood, events that were invite-only and filled with the biggest names in entertainment. These weren't your typical red carpet affairs. They were private, behind closed doors. Now we're hearing stories that paint these gatherings like something straight out of a movie. Hidden cameras, secret recordings, and even rumors of blackmail material being collected on some of the attendees. And guess what? Some of those attendees are now trying to distance themselves from Diddy, including Oprah.
Wait a minute. Say that again. Say that again. Back up. You're saying that there's tapes and they're being shopped?
Yes, there have been people already shopping.
We've heard about the tapes.
Yes.
The shopping thing is...
Yes, there already have been tapes leaking around Hollywood, being shopped around to individuals in Hollywood. But one particular person contacted me to shop a particular video they were in possession of.
It's been rumored that Diddy had hidden cameras installed in his properties, secretly recording everything that went on. According to some sources, these recordings allegedly capture celebrities doing things they'd prefer to keep private. Here's where it gets really intriguing. Some of that footage is said to have ended up in Oprah's hands. The story goes that she paid an eye-popping amount of money to acquire these tapes. But the big question is why? What could make Oprah, a woman who has built her entire career on trust and transparency, want to hide something like this? Some speculate it's because Oprah, like Diddy, has a lot to lose. She's spent decades cultivating a pristine image, but behind scenes, she's been closely connected with some of the world's most powerful and controversial figures. Oprah's influence stretches beyond Hollywood, reaching into politics, business, and more. While her private persona is that of a kind, generous philanthropist, some believe her private life is far more complicated. Could it be that Oprah is trying to protect herself from being dragged down alongside Diddy? It's not outside the realm of possibility, especially when you consider how closely she's been tied to other prominent figures who've fallen from grace in recent years.
This investigation is ongoing, and I encourage anyone with information about this case to come forward and to do it quickly.
Remember Harvey Weinstein? Oprah was once one of his biggest supporters, singing his praises on her show and posing for photos with him at countless events. While she eventually distanced herself from him after the allegations came to light, the fact remains that she was part of his inner circle for years. Then there's Russell Simmons, another powerful figure in the entertainment industry, who faced his own set of accusations. Oprah was once close to him too, but when the allegations surfaced, she quietly stepped back, much like she did with Weinstein. This pattern is hard to ignore, and now, with her name being linked to Diddy's scandal, it seems Oprah has a history of getting too close to people who later find themselves in serious trouble. But here's the thing. Diddy's arrest isn't just another Hollywood scandal. It's escalating into a full-blown legal nightmare. The fact that Oprah's name keeps surfacing is making people question how deep her involvement might be. Is she just an innocent bystander caught up in the fallout of someone else's bad decisions, or is there more to the story, something she's been trying to keep hidden for years? The truth is, we don't know yet, but as more details emerge, one thing is becoming clear. Oprah's legacy is on the line. And she won't go down without a fight.
I think it's to be expected, just the shock of this and the questions about what is ahead of us. I mean, how long is he going to be in custody? Is this an R. Kelly situation? Is he going to not get out for a number of years? Is he going to end up serving a long-term prison sentence from this? Or does he have a chance of beating these charges at a trial that could come, within the next 2 years?
Now let's talk about the fallout. Diddy's arrest is already sending shockwaves through Hollywood, and it's not just Oprah who's feeling the heat. Other celebrities linked to Diddy are suddenly finding themselves under intense scrutiny as well. Take Sean Diddy Combs' former girlfriend Cassie, for example. She's already filed her own lawsuit against him, accusing him of disturbing behavior during their relationship. Then there's Rodney Lil Rod Jones, who has come forward with claims that Diddy's parties were about much more than just fun and games. According to Jones, these events were rife with illegal activity, and he was pressured into participating in things he never agreed to.
Did in fact occur, their argument is more than likely going to be that this activity was consensual, that this person was a willing participant, and not only that, but that these individuals assumed the risk of being present at those parties, of engaging and voluntarily engaging in this conduct and being in those spaces, consuming alcohol and things of that nature.
Jones' lawsuit is a bombshell, not only because of the accusations against Diddy, but also because of the high-profile individuals he claims were involved. He alleges that Diddy had hidden cameras placed in every room of his house, recording everything that happened. Even more troubling, he says Diddy used these recordings to blackmail people, silencing them about the things they saw and did. If true, this paints a picture of Diddy not just hosting parties, but running a sophisticated operation designed to control and manipulate those around him. And if Oprah was even tangentially involved, it could be a career-ending scandal for her. But let's not forget, Diddy isn't the only one with skeletons in his closet. Hollywood has long been a place where scandals are covered up, with powerful figures managing to escape consequences for actions that would destroy others. Diddy's fall is just the latest in a series of high-profile downfalls, and now many are left wondering, who could be next? Will Oprah be the next major name to fall, or will she find a way to distance herself from this mess before it's too late?
Yeah, but so there's still, I mean, it's crazy too because there's still more happening in court. Like, I mean, everything is still active, even though we're not hearing about it as much anymore. And the people may be fatigued, like we talked about prior to.
The thing is, Oprah has been through tough times before. She's faced accusations in the past and always managed to come out unscathed, but this time feels different. This time, the stakes are higher and the connections are harder to ignore. We're talking about a scandal that has already ensnared some of Hollywood's biggest names, and if the rumors are true, there's much more to come. Some insiders even suggest that this could mark the beginning of a massive Hollywood reckoning, where long-hidden secrets are finally exposed. And it's not just Hollywood that's feeling the heat. There are whispers that Diddy's arrest could have political implications too. Celebrities and politicians often run in the same circles, and Diddy has forged relationships with some very influential figures. Now, speculation is growing that some of those powerful individuals could be swept up in this scandal as well. If that's the case, we could be witnessing a collision between Hollywood and Washington like never before. With Oprah's name already linked to Diddy's arrest, it's not hard to imagine that this could be the start of something much larger than anyone anticipated.
What prosecutors are arguing is not only does your client pose a flight risk, because obviously he's incredibly wealthy, has access to planes and a lot of staff, even though you said he turned over his passport 2 months ago, they were also worried about him being able to interfere with witnesses and call it.
So, what happens next? That's the million-dollar question. Diddy's legal team is already preparing for a fierce battle, and you can bet Oprah's lawyers are working overtime to keep her name out of the spotlight. But as more people come forward with their stories, it's becoming increasingly difficult to keep things under wraps. Oprah's decision to go underground is only adding fuel to the fire, making people wonder why she's so determined to stay out of the public eye at this critical time. In the end, it all comes down to one thing: the truth. Who's telling the truth? Who's hiding something? And how far are people willing to go to protect their secrets? Diddy's arrest has opened a Pandora's box, and it's clear we're only beginning to scratch the surface of what's really going on. Whether Oprah is guilty or not, the reality is that her name is now linked to one of the biggest scandals in recent memory. As the investigation unfolds, we can expect more names to be dragged into the fray, more accusations to be made, and more secrets to be uncovered.
Not do this alone. Do you foresee that there could be other charges related to this case?
I'm not taking anything off the table.
No one wants him mentioned.
Hollywood has seen its fair share of scandals, but this time feels different. The stakes are higher, and the consequences could be far-reaching. Diddy's arrest is just the beginning, and as more details come to light, we'll likely see powerful people scrambling to cover their tracks. Whether Oprah is one of them remains to be seen, but one thing's for sure: the truth always comes out in the end. With Oprah's sudden disappearance and the explosive accusations tied to Diddy, it feels like we're watching a real-life thriller unfold. Do you think Oprah is really involved, or is she just another casualty of Hollywood's dark underbelly? And with so many powerful names being dragged into the spotlight, who do you think will be the next celebrity to face scrutiny? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into Tinseltown's biggest scandals. Until next time.